Alright, I did hear the sha! How are you doing, Xander and Sen and everyone? Oh my god. Well, my voice isn't super great still. I'm gonna do my best. Oh my god. Something's scratching my throat. What the hell? Who is scratching my throat? Who's in chat responsible for this tomfoolery? Who is responsible? Also, why is my thing not reacting? Did the setting reset again? Like, you remember, like, I had the mic thing turned off for some reason, which is very weird. Let me check. Because I changed that last time. Remember, I was very surprised that it actually wasn't working. Why is this not... Okay, well, now it's working, so... What do you mean? You can't concentrate when I'm like, relax! Me when, me. Hello there. How are you doing, Brian? How are you doing? How is, please tell me all about the smooth anniversary. Where are we? What's the goal? Where is Made 2.0 like reached? Please, I need an update. Quick, please. I'm dying to know, actually. Skill issue? My PC skill issue. 2.0 is near. Oh, the hour draws near. Our will shall soon be done. It shall be done. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm doing the eagle, Egil, friggin'. Which one are we taking, guys? I'll blow you or... Man, I need more cover-ups. Although the ones that I have are pretty freaking good, not gonna lie. What do we want for cover-up? We had the Loporid the other day. That is a cancer. Damn, I don't know, man. Maybe the MT, why not? MT is always good. I'm gonna make it small. Small R, I guess. Too fast. Oh, I guarantee it will get hit next stream. Uh-oh! I mean, yes, I guess. Oh, me! Oh, brother! Oh, man, oh, brother. Which means I need to get someone to do my makeup. My mother, Sonari, and nieces all want to do it. They're gonna have to fight each other! Okay, let everyone do one thing. Like, that they are good at, for example. Like, you know, do one thing. Specifically. Like, you know, one will do, oh my god, I pressed the the L3, like in Xenoblade. That's gonna be happening now, huh? Guys, I am definitely not addicted to Xenoblade X. Please do not at me. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know. I absolutely do not have 25 hours in that game at all. And I streamed it twice. Don't at me! I told you, don't! Oh my god, it's gonna be so bad. Good, we have only reading today, but we're gonna do some cool stuff in the meantime too. I just want to get into the story. I got all 4 of them in the same room. I would be doomed. That would be amazing, I think. Don't you dare tell my sister, because it will be worse. Oh my god. Brian, honestly, your problem is something that a lot of people would love to have. Not to say I empathize with you, I certainly do, but... We're going to the back rooms. At Orange Sky. I hear you're addicted to Xenoblades, yeah. Yeah. I am not. I don't know who told you that. Definitely not me. So, to anyone wondering, because I know most of you do not play 14, but we're going into the end of the arc, and I'm gonna get you up to speed, because it's gonna be cool, for sure. It's gonna be there's going to be some cool moments, for sure. So, TLDR, at the end of the expansion, so the base expansion, we killed the queen, basically, of Alexandria, which is presumably the same Alexandria as Final Fantasy IX, and yeah, That's what happens in the base game, but then later we see that the queen gets reincarnated, and there is also a fake queen as well. And we're going down into this rabbit hole, a whole thing, like, and what it entails. And we met our antagonist recently, who is 9S from Nier Automata, almost. And he wants to control the city and is basically able to control the whole Alexandria. And do whatever the fuck he wants. So and is actually enacting acts of terrorism on his own people. Like last time I believe he made someone's car crash into building, exploding, and there's like multiple casualties. So it's pretty serious. So yeah. Also, hi Toasty! How are you doing? Definitely afternoon here. I think it's evening for Cami though. It is 7:30, a little bit after that, but yeah. We're all over the place. We are. Raha and Alpha would patrol the city while Yashtola and Alizé continue treating Levin sickness to those injured in the attack. Levin sickness is basically thunder element sickness. Well, you know, Levin Bolt and all that. That was the Ramu spell for Final Fantasy. I shall stay here to help coordinate efforts, so I suggest taking the opportunity to get some rest. No more rest. We rested for 4 months, so goddammit. If you have a moment, Cammy, Geode wants to take a stock of our current crises. Oblivion might be lacking in the final details in certain areas, just like the Bethesda game, so we would like you to lend your perspective in the conversation and maybe try and break it for us, just like Skyrim. Shale, you are of our own. You are a gamer. Shale is a gamer. What's your go-to class in 14? Gunbreaker. And overall tanks, I would say, but I love Gunbreaker the most. And that's what I usually play. I honestly love playing tanks in this game because it makes me feel responsible for everyone. And it is a double-edged sword, of course, and some people do not want that, but I like learning the mechanics as well and know what I'm getting into before I go into it. At this point, I kind of don't need to do it for like normal stuff, like, you know, normal progression stuff that we'll be doing today. Like for the trials, and which is the big fights and stuff. I don't do that anymore, but back in the day I would, so. But yeah, I like the tank. If I cannot, or I'm doing something else and I'm feeling it, I play Astrologian, which is one of the healers. It's very pretty. I am a very bad healer, but I do my best. And my go-to PvP class is actually Machinist, which is a gun-wielding class, but it's also like, if you know Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, guy has chainsaw, guy has like a bioblaster, you know, all of this kind of stuff. So that is a class that is basically him. So I play that in PvP, which honestly I'm mentioning that because we might do like the large scale PvP for 1 second because I miss it. I haven't played it for a month and I like it. So that, and also sometimes Monk, because I do love Monk in PvP. I absolutely adore it. So yeah. Tanks an important role, solid choice. It very much is. And since Junie is playing, also maining a tank pretty much. Honestly, she mains Dark Knight and Paladin instead of Gunbreaker. It depends on what expansion she's playing. Basically, it switches, it flip-flops between those two. But it's good to have 2 tanks in the same room if you're doing a 2 tanks content, which is like, for example, trials on extreme difficulty. You have 2 tanks there, and being able to coordinate with other tank that is just with you in the room is an advantage that is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. The you know, the game-breaking bugs like Skyrim. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things would stand would be beneficial for us all. Oh, so we'll have a recap, basically. Okay. Let's think fast then. Let's discuss the state of machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable numbers of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard about anything about the new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. Oh, it's guys, is Mikola. Recycle Mikola original taste, less sugar, 1.5 C ingredient, carbonated Mikola, caramel color, acidity regulator, natural flavor, Mikola original taste, Levi. I'm sorry. I had to. It's been. I didn't sing it for like 2 months. I kept calling Gululja, the little lizard baby here, Mikola, because I was like listening to that on loop basically for a few weeks. Also, welcome back, said, how are you doing? Duo tank life is the way. Man, I miss Overwatch 1 duo tank, but oh yeah, there was duo tank. Yeah, you can't do that anymore, right? Like it's restricted, or is it not? I did play Overwatch 2 with my friends a little bit. That's my first interaction with Overwatch, honestly. I played like twice, so yeah. The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. As things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they will ignore me like before.
King of Resolve's authority is one of the highest there is. Who is this man who that can override it with such impunity?
Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge, as I did. Guys, it's the Calyrex from Pokemon with the big brain Pokemon. That checks out because dude has big brain probably. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. Look, it's 9S. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Basically becoming immortal, in a way. Or rather a lingering spirit is what the endless are. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough. Exploring treatments for level sickness, designing ever keep score system, that sort of thing. I harmed the people I was ostensibly trying to help. I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the stimulant to convince Alexandrian that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal lives is assured for 5,000 who register neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold.
If we mean to fool Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding to put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouting the terminal. We found the depths of Everkey, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though. I'm sure we can sniff him out.
I'll help you.
Well, good old Giant Shell, working on that. I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure the onion problems have cropped up, as well as search of any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time. I'll be glad to have some brawlers out my back.
Yeah, pat my titties. Ever so slightly. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9?
Sounds like a plan. Thanks you two. I appreciate the company.
I have to speak with the city's administrators about the bringing in the lens guards. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Turayaru. Alfred and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Kami's group if you have me.
The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid.
You change your tone as you act with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside.
Do you think they walked away or they walked away? I think they walked away. Either way, they walked away. No, they just have it to set to one tank if you play comp or quick play. Oh yeah, that's right actually, because I've been doing Orisa. I've been playing as Orisa, and people were like asking, Kami, can you switch for a little bit so that someone else can play tank? And I'm like, sure, no problem. You know, I just enjoy playing tanks. So yeah, arcade version of free play has no role requirements, and there's also the new 6v6 mode, which I'm guessing that probably, or is it still live? It was live when I was playing for the second time, that there was this retro mode that allows you to play in the old format of Overwatch 1 with everything that Overwatch 1 was, basically. No one likes doing 2 tank in that. Oh, okay. Stopped playing Overwatch ages ago though, so that life is behind me. You say like, you know, I stopped drinking 2 years ago and I never went back. You know, I've been clean for the past 2 years. Of my Overwatch addiction, of course. Same, I mostly did support though. I was having way too much fun with support because I played Moira. I have no idea how to play Moira, but it was very funny that I could shoot piss or caca, basically. Because one beam is like healing, it's the piss, and then you can suck, which I named caca, and everyone was like, Kami, can you please stop? They did try bringing 6v6 out, but only the OGs were fan of it. Okay. It was a support player, says Brian. Everyone thought of a DPS, so I stuck with my support life. Back in the day, I would be playing DPSs in games, but now I'm like... Yeah, I do not like the glass cannon-y nature that usually is associated on that, so yeah. Oh, one time on PS4 though, so I got accused of using an aimbot. Oh my god. Do my utmost to ensure the happiness of people of Alexandria and its people. Got too many headshots as May. Wanted to learn May, but I'm too stupid, I think. I don't know if this one is voiced, so...
Sorry, I was off on my own little world. Shall we get started?
Are you alright, Geode? Geode is a nice guy. That's also cause the tanks are really set for one tank roll life, says Brian. Who did you play as a tank, Brian? And Toasty, who did you play as support? And Brian as support as well. Like, let me know your favorite heroes. I'd want to play healers or damage dealers. Says Xander, yeah. That maybe because Exims and Cronus devices were used to cheat in the FPS games, giving M and K support versus controllers on. Oh, the aim assist for the controllers. You mean that probably, right? Okay.
Me, I'm well enough to give the circumstances. As the Queen's fondest wish that the subject remains shielded from the horror of death, so that they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration.
Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with Spectre of Death. Ow! that bonk was very slow as well. Are bonks broken again? Why is shit all broken for me recently? Nah, that was fine. Not really? Not fully, okay. Hang on. Why is stuff just not saving for me recently, guys? No Kushi now! Yeah, I did up the speed. What the hell? Huh? I don't know why shit is not saving, guys. I'm bald now! Ah! How are you doing, Cubone? So great to see you. Well, I just started and we're doing the story today, so... And this patch is bringing in the ending of this expansion, so... Or rather this arc, not expansion, expansion ended before, but you know, arc of the story in expansion, but it's all within new arc that has been started with the newest expansion, so yeah. Okay, let me check if the bonks are a little bit more satisfying now. They need... Oh, there we go. I don't know why they didn't save last time. Played all of these supports. OG, Mercy, and Ana main, but Moira was my favorite. Oh yeah, Piss and Kaka, nice! Tank, I was on OG Zarya main, but I fell in love with Sigma. Oh my god, Sigma is a lot of people's favorites, yeah. Hey, how are you doing, Cubone? And Jax of the Oi, who made me bold immediately. How are you doing? Hamster. Oh man, working on IRL construction stuff. I wanted to support. Oh, thank you, Jax. Stay safe though, please. Stay safe. Construction stuff is big and scary, so please stay safe. Wear gloves. Watch yourself or yourself out and all that. Toasty played May, Lucio, Symmetra, Diva, and Bridget were the characters I lean towards. Bridget, Bridget? How do you say that one? Actually, I don't know. But I played a little bit as her, and I enjoyed that, honestly. But I fell in love with friggin' Orisa. Orisa... Brigitte! Brigitte! Get that Brigitte! I don't know why I read it like that. I'm sorry. Brigitte. Haven't re-upped my sub for a while, but they have been making me miss playing. Cubone, I don't know if I think we talked about. When did you finish playing and all that? Because I'm wondering. And what do you play as usually in 14? And what's your go-to thing and all that? DPS was unfortunately good with Hanzo, says Brian, even after his scatter was taken away. But my go-to was Junkrat and Cassidy, though Cass was not good at. I get that, I get that. Brigitte. Brigitta is the right way to say it. It's like, you cannot say Brigitta without feet. I mean, Geet. Ah, bless you! It's so great to see you too. How are you been, man? How are you been? All of the good people in here. My mans. Ah! Oh man. Oh man, Elma is a man. She's so beautiful and professional, and I am not addicted to Xenoblade X. Seeing 4 movies at the theater today. What movies? Oh my god, is there some kind of marathon happening at your place, bless you? A samurai, this is Cubone, while I was working on all this to get them leveled. Last time I played, I was finishing the story of Dawntrail. Oh, okay, so pretty fresh. Okay. How did you enjoy Dawntrail? I loved it, honestly. I enjoyed it. So I am not gonna, you know, say bad things about it. As most of the internet seems to think, but I do enjoy, I did enjoy Dawntrail quite a bit, I will say. It was a nice change of pace for me. Favorite is Blue. Blue! Okay. And Machinist probably, right? So Shadowbringers, it was good. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to top Shadowbringers, I will say. It is very hard. Although I will always say that Heaven's Sword is my, like, #1, very closely followed by Shadowbringers. I don't know, I just have this connection to Heaven's Sword that it's kind of unexplainable. I just love that one so much. So yeah. Missed 2 new releases while I was in Vancouver. Oh, how did that go? Bless you! How did that go? Oh my god, please tell me all about The Pride, please. Another 2 just came out this past week, and so I gotta watch Weapons, Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun, and Freakier Friday. None of these are anything meaningful to me. I don't know any of those releases. But I hope you enjoy. Thank you for the... Oh, actually that's... thank you VTube Studio for returning my hair. I'm going to the movies tomorrow. It's discount movie days. I got 2 tickets for 11 USD. Oh, that's pretty nice, honestly. So fun. Go to march in the parade with the Transcare BC group. Oh, that's great. Oh my god, I'm so happy for you, Blash. I really am. Shadowbringers, Endwalker, Heaven Sword, ARR, Dawn, Stormblood in that order. Absolutely. That is a valid thing. Any opinion is valid. People are shitting for Dawntrail for the weirdest of reasons for me. Heard weapons. Horror movie. Oh, it's a horror movie. Like, they have weapon. Oh my god. What was this? I need more bullets. Give me more bigger guns. More weapon. Where's Sifu with that video? You guys remember that video? That was freaking fantastic. Do they have weapons from Final Fantasy VII in them, this horror movie? If they do, I might be interested. As one who lived at Alexandria, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back in the hands of its citizens. I don't think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us. It is what I've seen that has convinced me that we can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well, then. Well, best now I'd let you down. I suggest we move as a group. We don't know where, if, or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for such eventuality. Is that the grimoire you've retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have tutored in the arcane art, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. In that case, it might be better if we split it into 2 groups after all. That's certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone. And we'll take the rest. Very well, we shall end our patrol in the plaza just past the tree view and await you there. Hi, Junie. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will lend us a tidbit or 2 that we didn't know before. Oh, they are... Huh? They gave me the thing. Okay. Okay, well, I know about that already, so... Oh, because they're explaining more stuff now. Yeah, that's right. Weapons trailer is a bunch of children T-posing into the night. Oh my goodness. T-posing into the night. I mean, to assert dominance, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I read what Toasty said. I won't read it. Maybe someone will be finding that spoilers, but that's interesting. The sentries and air wheelers safe to be around for now. Around now. I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sven said so. Sven. I'm guessing you would have to prefer to go with Sven or Kururu, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. I grow on people though, I promise. Oh, you're good. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. What, Ginny? Ah. I made sure not to overdo it or I had to work next day, but once we were past the busy season, when the ladies were unamenable to my company, well, he would have to scrape me off the street and outside in the morning. Or afternoon. Worst I ever got was what I should have been the worst day of my life. If I could only remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Okay. Do we have... No, we don't have any more points of it. Oh my god, I pressed... That's gonna happen so many times today that I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, in Xenoblade X to dash. To target, use this. To dash, use that. To hear my story, while I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air-wheeler dropped right out of the sky. He didn't survive the crash. The damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. No, it's not strange, so strange these days, but no, he would never bother with one. I was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what it meant, until it happened. How are you enjoying Xenoblade Chronicles X? Well, bless you. I will have you know I'm definitely not addicted to it, and I definitely do not have almost 25 hours in it after only 2 streams of it. I am fine. It's okay, I guess. What caused me is in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I just registered my new regulator. It was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now I know that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. And also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers of the 5,000 slots available. Over 3,800 have already been filled. Still hesitant? You have not much time to make that up your mind. Mark my words, friend. There's only a few slots left. You're going to get very ugly. Come here, word. I feel like there's new factor in the stories I've heard. What we hadn't considered during the discussion with everyone in the back room. That fights are likely to break out over the new regulators. Oh. Oh, okay. Junie got matcha. Do we... honey, would you care to make some matcha for us? When you're like, you know, done with stuff, but... Junie just brought in matcha and a... Okay, well, she brought in matcha from work, and then she was, you know, went to Japanese lessons. But she brought a matcha and also the, it's made from peas? Or is it made from what, that milk alternative? Yellow peas. Okay, so, it is very good. It's called Sprout? It's very good, actually. It's a milk alternative, but it's usually super fucking expensive, honestly. So, yeah. But Junie got it. I don't know from where. What? At good price, she says. Kup teraz! Fair fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? Victim of violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not the detail I would normally think about. Supplies of souls cut off, though. More and more people have been going out without them. We need to look into casualties from recent attacks and check whenever they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the streets over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who will help us confirm that it was a pattern or not. Oh, because maybe Calyx is specifically targeting people without regulators so that there is panic. Oh my god. Terrorism. That's terrorism. Holy, I mean it was before, but god damn, that is insane. Diabolical. Sounds like you're stuck on a whole different planet. I'm stuck on a whole different planet. I am, bless you. I'm loving it, honestly. It's everything that I wanted and more. I think it has the most involved and the most fun I had in the battle system in Xenoblade, which is saying a lot because I love them all. And I felt like this progression from 1 to 3 being there, including the DLCs, you know, and stuff, was there. And X took a different route, but it's way more involved. Like, I don't know, it's so much more actiony, and I just love everything about it, honestly. It's so much fun. Like, goddamn. I might be actually playing a little bit of Xenoblade even tonight, bless you, because quite honestly, there might be a lot of reading in this game, much more than a Xenoblade, and my throat is still not doing well, so we'll see how much I can read through today, and I will switch, at least for a little bit. We'll finish Irina's affinity quest, and we'll start Lynn's new quest, affinity quest. Was once the job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I knew a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The old ones would jump for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I wait for everything bad to happen to them. Aside from Oblivion members, only a handful of people used to go out and about without regulators. How times have changed. Yeah, that is very true. But yeah, I am loving it. The music is fantastic in it. I love the quality of life improvements that I know there are in X. And also, I've been playing online all the time, doing the squad missions and stuff like that. Not squad missions, the tasks, basically. I've been doing that because missions people are not recruiting for, which is kind of weird, but it makes sense as well. I will level up a little bit and I'll grab Wate for some quests. Also, Bleshu, did you buy X Definitive Edition or did you not? Okay, how can I help you today? Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? We must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. Uh-huh. Oh my that is diabolical, honestly. Oh yes, bless you, I remember now. Oh my god, you told me that even. Sorry, brain fried recently, not gonna lie. You did 100% it. If you at any point want to join me for a mission or something anyway, it would be nice. Like if you happen to be on when I'm streaming and stuff, I would be down. You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to cleaning away the debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ashes had already done her work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about. There were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. I mean, I think with time we rejoin Kururu and Sven. So they half joking with my boss to share when we have stumbled upon something major here. Should share our findings, keep pursuing this. Didn't Kururu say to meet them at in the plaza just outside of Trueview? Let's get going. But one-shot everything though. Then maybe when I'm like... Because Wate explained to me that you do quests up to level 30 and then between 30 and 60 you don't or something like that, or they are not available, I'm not sure. He didn't spoil it, which I'm grateful for that, but then said that starting 60 there is more more missions and stuff, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, honestly, I'm so much loving it, bless you. And I mentioned it a few times, but since you're here, I will say that there were people, like I've seen 2 different listings, one in English listing that was like more of a post I think on Reddit, and second one was a listing for a used copy of Xenoblade X that was there the week after it released, I think. And in both cases, the people that were talking about it were like, oh yeah, you know, I love the trilogy of Xenoblade, but I cannot get into Xenoblade X. It's so much different. Like the guy who was selling it was like, yeah, I couldn't get into it. It's much of a different beast. And I'm just playing and I'm flabbergasted by this every single time I open up this game, because it's Xenoblade through and through. Like how, I mean, it has more exploration, yes. But, I mean, that's that. Other than that is the skeleton of Xenoblade, absolutely. Finish our patrol as well. Did it not seem that more people wanted near regulators than before? So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative. They only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they will stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who hadn't removed the regulator was priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. Diabolical. Oh my god, bless you, it's so much Xenosaga in it. Like, I cannot believe how much stuff looks like Xenosaga. Secretary Nagi is basically grown-up Guinan. What? Buildings, if I pulled them out of friggin' Milsha, man. Like, it's like, what the hell? It has so much of Xenosaga in it. There's just small things, but I'm like looking over, I'm like, what is happening here, you know? Why, that's Guinan. It's so good. Like, I couldn't really like process how much of Xenosaga is in that, you know? Like, there's just so much. Oh, Peak added a new biome, says Sen. Ooh, rotate with alpines, they also added arachnophobia modes, they added spiders, as now as they added the name. How could Peak even do spiders? Peak spider. Spider! Peak game. Spider! Yeah, no, that's a tick. That's a tick, but it's that big? Huh? Okay. I wonder how they look. Like, I want to check if I want to even put it up, because it's not like I am that, you know, I might not be triggered by that. Ticks were already in the game. When I saw the tick, I got triggered a little bit because it was covering half of the freaking screen. Oh, it's in the trailer? I can check it then. It's probably mild enough, in my opinion. It's not gonna be friggin' realistic spider, you know? Oh, bless you, which class did you like the most in Xenoblade, by the way? Skells are basically ESs. They look so much like ESs, it's like crazy. They look so much like the mechs in Xenosaga. I guess... But why? Why they're being targeted over anyone else? To make people worry. I'm gonna take a sippy. Oh my god, I freak out! Oh my god, sorry, I will freak out when I drink coffee. I got a request, like an additional coffee animation thingy. Showed it in the trailer. Interesting. So based solely on the lack of neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using soul to revive themselves. Put another way, they have become chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitable. No, that was ability at the end, Ginny. Why am my brain is having trouble processing that? Inevitability. There you go. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. Also, check out the sick GPU we have going in the background. Also, Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stroke fear and panic. There was no need to kill anyone. The way things were, the people were already fearful enough. There are 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is a service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. I mean, the thing is, we do not get the bodies after they die. That is the weirdest thing about it, because that's not how stuff works in 14. Like, when people die, there is a body, you can make a burial. That is, like, you know, a thing. In this case, people were basically left, and they scattered into white dust. Like, they were sapped out of all that made their bodies. Like, I guess Aoife, in a way, you know. So that's found from various sites. Or could something have been done to the victims? I wonder, what's about sanitation workers' stories? So no bodies but mention piles of white dust. Dust but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? The Asher Malachi told us the same thing. Oh yeah, that's true. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but no one knew what would have become of it. I like duelists, but I also the dual guns from Fullmetal Jaguar. I am going through the Commando, a Partisan Eagle, and the other one that I've been, the other one as well. I don't remember because that is not the last class. But I'm thinking that I will actually be mixing some stuff because when you master the class, you can pick and choose which weapons you want from that class and use them on a different class. So basically I want to do that. And I love me some Gatling guns. I won't lie. I love me some Gatling guns. I always love them. I rarely use them because in any games because I do not play shooters, but Gatling guns are somewhat of my weak points. So are dual guns. So between those two, and for the main weapon, I don't know yet. I'm interested in photon sabers. They look pretty awesome, but then again, I started playing javelins, but I didn't like them at first, but then I saw that they're electricity based, and I kind of love that. I love stuff that is based in electricity, so I don't know, maybe I'll warm up to them. And of course, dual swords is always good, so yeah. Knife, not really, not my thing, and I don't know what is the other thing. Give me Cosmos Gatling gun skin! Photon Saber has some nice animations. I think Dog has is the class with Photon Saber, I think. And if that's the thing, then yeah, it looks very cool. Both stories speak of missing remains of suspicious enough, but a shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm that this substance was present at all the sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread might lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, also to an intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Moshi Mosh? Come here, we need your help. We've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. But your members are on the way now. Are you close enough to join them? Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. Love all the fashion options. Love dressing everyone up. There are some risque options from what I've seen. For now, I'm wearing an orange tank top with jeans, so... Oh. That might be voiced. Oh. Oh my god.
怪我はない？
何があった？機械兵が突然家の中に入ってきてちゃんとロックをかけてたのに、どうにかここまで逃げてきたけど、その人が私をかばって。
武器は持っていないみたい。武装解除させたと言っていたものね。それでも人を襲えと命令を受けた。だから無理やり自分の体を使って。
近くを見てくる。こっちは任せた。
Also, no regulator.
他にこの塔でレギュレーターをつけていない人はいる？
イサドラさんのところも確か最近。
二人はイサドラさんのところへ。
Oh, absolutely, please do, Blasho. But I met Tatsu the last stream, and I'm absolutely enamored by him. I love Tatsu so much.
私はかすり傷なので、それよりイサドラさんを。お母さん、何してよ。
Oh my god.
イサドラ。よかった。急車は外れてる。ごめんなさい。私がもっと早く来ていれば。
It's a game! It's a game! Kamen Rider! And there's a little boy crying.
私が絶対に助けるからね。
How are you doing, Sifu? Oh, bless you, where are you in the 14 story, by the way? I don't think you were playing recently, right? You have not played Dawntrail, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't think you played Dawntrail at all.
お母さん、ずっとこのままなの。
今は寝てるだけ。しばらくしたらきっと目を覚ますよ。
よかった。ありがとう。お母さんの命をつないでくれて。
Promise of tomorrow. Hey, Sifu, how are you doing? By the way, Sifu, what games have you finished recently? When I was away in my hometown. Oh my god, I was trying to remember what you were playing at the time. But yeah, overall, let me know because I'm curious. What was on the plate? I've not played Dawntrail. It seems like a mixed bag. I loved it, honestly. I will go on record, Blasher, to say that it's absolutely, like, I really loved it. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. So, make with that what you will. That's my opinion about it. I really did like it. She'll recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived when we did. I was sick and couldn't move. My mother was always at my side. Was keeping me company. Going to do the same for her. Actually, let me do this and make it smaller a little bit. There we go. Bi-weekly chill evening at Barista House. I'm sorry, guys, do you want to go to Barista House? People are advertising their RP clubs. Forgive me, I was reckless. I shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well. See the other comrade back there. Stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. The stakes I have to remain calm. Our comrade, do you think he might have been struck down? If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. You just stay here with Milos and watch over Isadora for me. We'll tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself.
I'm getting a friend for Xenosaga 2 Combat now, if that's gonna look anywhere the same as I got schooled by you and tutored and became a master at Xenosaga 2 and effectively made me love Xenosaga 2 the most, then you're gonna have a fantastic time. And the friend as well. Is the friend streaming? You need to start charging people. I was just about to say that, like, Bless you should start just like, you know, 1 hour of Xenosaga tutoring, you know? But yeah, are they going to stream it at all? If yes, feel free to like drop their link, because always having Xeno people around is very good, so, you know.
The man, this is awful.
Why is this happening?
Isadora is going to be alright then? Thank goodness. I just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another.
He dies protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. The sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden he tried to kill me.
Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder.
Is it over? We came as soon as Wayakwe sent word.
I am sorry, by the time we arrived it was all already too late.
And Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him.
But why? Has something happened?
Possibly, I'm not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications.
We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though. At least we regain control of his sentries. We should search for Geode. I agree, since most Oblivion members have sworn off the regulators, if our theory holds true, they could be the prime targets for the next attack. Do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid sentries at all costs.
Our thanks here. They're the communicators. Made modifications for them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal we have been using to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity.
Oyakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geode said we should sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going.
Leave the matters here to us, so see to our fallen comrade. Make sure no one else comes to harm.
Hope you find Geode soon. I know he's probably saving people with one hand and fighting off threats with the other, but I can't help but worry.
We thank you, Milala, friend, for me. It would still be helpless mess if it wasn't for her encouragement. Finished episode 1 on Friday, which is also his, which I was also his Xeno Sensei for. I had no doubt about that. Man, I loved all the help I was getting from you, and then Wate and Sen as well during the streams. Made them go so much smoother and overall just so much more enjoyable. But yeah, thank you for the link. We'll be checking them out. I'm gonna follow them. But yeah, that is very nice. I see they're playing Expedition 33 as well, which I'm considering probably after some stuff. I think Death Stranding 2 is gonna come first, but after we have a slot, basically, that's going to be Expedition 33. I'm very interested in that.
Geode, please be safe. I didn't want to say anything because I hate saying stuff like that, but when we got bundled up with Geode, I was like, interesting choice. Like, we had interactions with Geode, like, a lot, honestly. Not as much as Shale, but still, I would say that was the second member of Oblivion that we were very close to. Aside from, of course, Erenville's mom, but that's a different thing. And yeah, but I got like, huh? And then Geode mentioned himself, like, oh yeah, you're getting bundled up with me, and I guess that's not like, you know, super cool. We prefer probably going with the others, but hey, you know. And I'm like, And then so I was like, a little bit of a red flag. Then he runs off, and I'm like, second red flag. So I'm like, yep. A little bit worried. But I will say, I kind of feel the stakes here, like in this particular part of the story. I really do. I felt similarly, and of course, Endwalker, when people started turning into the beast. But well, then then it was really like, oh no, they're gonna return there later because they're kept in a fucking egg or whatever. It's like, okay, no consequences whatsoever. I see. I understand. No, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too rough on Endwalker sometimes. I love it. I love it for so many things, and so many things left me just like gaslit. I don't know. Lamped. That's exactly what I've been with Endwalker. But you know me, I talked about it plenty of times. I don't want to go back into it. Because it is what it is. I'm happy that Dawntrail was a breath of fresh air for me. Definitely rekindled my interest in a lot of stuff. And the expansion itself was really nice. I just didn't have a lot of time to play recently, which is why I haven't been. That's like, you know, life.
あとはこの辺りだけか。頼む、まだ生きててくれよ。
ジオード、お願いです。応答してください。
俺だ。応答できなくて悪かった。
ジオード、よかった。無事だったんですね。 今どこですか？
隣の居住閣だ。エントランスにいたやつは片付けた。2階を見回ったらこう竜。
Oh fuck. Oh! Suck. Yep, they're literally sucking the ether. Oh god fucking damn it.
どうしたんですか？チリって
連中ソウルケージで魂どころか肉体のエーテルまで吸い尽くしてやがる。チリは人だったものの残骸だ。おそらくケージは改造されてる。 ザバレ おいあんた、逃げるぞ。ここはもう。
Can you close the bathroom, please? It's yeah, I can hear it. Bothers me. No, it bothers me as fuck. Please. God damn it. Ha.
あっちの塔にはいなかった。多分この先。ジオードさんいるの？
Oh my god. He is fucking gone. Well.
カリュクス、君は何をしているの？何のためにこんなひどいことを？5000人のトワビトを作り出すために必要なエーテル。お前だったらどこから調達する？どういうこと？鍵を手にするまで共造世界には頼れない。なら手近なところで済ませるしかない。現在この国に残っている住民のうち 7% をエーテルとして回収すれば5000人をトワビト化できる。 11% なら向こう800年は安定した稼働が見込める算段だ。どうせいずれは朽ちる肉体。永遠の生を選ばない以上、今エーテルに返しても一緒だよ。時間も惜しいし、無駄な戦闘をするつもりはない。この機体じゃ結果は分かりきっているしね。ちなみに殺戮をやめると言えば鍵を渡してくれるのか？
Well, how do you have us by defeating you?
だろうな。我ながら頭の悪い質問だった。じゃ、仕事に戻るよ。お前から鍵を奪うのは大変なんだ。
God damn it. It's pretty metal though. I just thought, you know, I'm using the... Oh, I knew, bless you. I think you told me before, actually. I do believe that. And if I made a mistake, which I don't think I did, but if I did, then I know. You told me, like, some time ago already that they them for you, absolutely. Are they here to suck me? I don't know. Do you want to get turned into dust first? Because that's, I think, the how it works, though. Like, you have to become dust, and then you get the suck. Not the other way around. Quite specific instructions. I can't, there are no words. I only recently switched from Hide? So how did I knew? I honestly, when I was referring to you when we were like playing, I don't know, Xenoblade or something, I was like, oh, I was referring to you as they for some time already, I think. I don't know how that happened. But that's fine by me. Maybe I defaulted since you told me he they. I would just start using they because why not? You know, it was easy for me to switch and stuff. So you know. But I hope you will be okay with me saying man, dude, and in a non-gendered way. I know it's a silly thing to say, but you know, and if you do not wish for me to say that, tell me. I will do my best to not to do that. But you know, I'm saying I'm one of the boys and all that. So so you know, I'm really just throwing those out there. Well, he ain't hitting no more. Okay, good. I'm glad that you are finding your way as I you know, we talked about it a few times, and I'm glad you're finding your way, and I'm hoping, but it definitely sounds like you're more happy now, which, you know, makes me happy because you're a friend. So so yeah. The soul he left behind was his twisted way of returning Gio to us. Damn you, Calyx, damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen ether allowed for many more endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well is not noble in this sacrifice. Oh, 1 second, because like today it's like... I did change a little bit of the smoil, but maybe that would be a little bit better. Maybe. We'll see. Because like I don't want to be smiling all the time, you know. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances we can let the key fall into his possession, Kami. False to us, we will thwart his plans here in Alexander before he can terrorize innocents in the reflections elsewhere. God damn it. Maybe actually -7. I will test it out. Why not? Like testing stuff out when I'm not streaming honestly didn't work for me. Like I did change some settings recently, and I immediately reverted when I started streaming, which is so funny. It just be like that. We should return to the back room. Shayla and the others need to know what happened. So we'll ask addqu to meet us there as well. no! Here's the ether cell.
Geodo.
僕が機械兵を制御できていれば。グルージャのせいじゃない。悪いのは全部あいつだよ。どうしてこんな理不尽なことを。計画って。私たちは今ここで生きてるのに、命を何だと思ってるの。許せない。カリクスもいつも何もできない私も。待って、どこに行くの。頭を冷やすだけ。分かってる。バカな真似はしない。あなたはここで休んでいて。私がノスタルジアさんについているわ。ありがとうございます。
皆さんとジオードが駆けつけてくれたおかげで被害を最小限に食い止めることができたんです。救われた命が確かにありました。それに僕たちが掴んだ手がかりと皆さんが持ち帰ってくれた情報を合わせればカリクスの潜伏先がわかるかもしれません。けどすみません。ほんの少しでいいので僕たちに前へ進むための時間をくれませんか。
ジオード。
God damn. Oh, this music perfectly fits now in the back rooms, my god. I am told that the members tasked with keeping residents safe returned with the body of their comrade. They all risk so much. Went a swift patrol on the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks. All to have a small effort, it seems. Graha is here. Favorite cat boy here. I got back control of the sentries probably around the same time Calyx left. I'm sorry I couldn't stop him. Oh, Erenville is here. Spoken with Vuklamat, the Academy meeting short to deal with the aftermath of his latest violence. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. Oh, it's the Genold. They brought back Geode's gun. His rounds were spent and his barrel was scorched. So yeah, you can be sure he went without finding. Another comrade gone. Sometimes it's almost more than I can bear. He was like an older brother to Nostalgia and me. She knew him long ago. She's surely taken it the hardest. It's on top of what happened with Kakua. Think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like, put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. My apologies, my mind was elsewhere. I need to press on with the handful of cards, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Kakua used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over the effing sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use some to blubber too if you've shoulders to spare. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. Nice. They're making this feel very sad, I will say. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheels. I have their communications module removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we set off. Scooter wheelie! Scooter patrol! I can fly here, Shale. With those as well. Those air-wheelers were Genold's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too, or would end up racing. Is this just Tron? They look a little bit like that, yeah. Was that surprised you? Our friendship had always had a competitive edge. I mean, whole Alexandria is Tron-like because it's like a very much a digital kind of looking city, you know. We'll often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. It's basically, you know, Alexandria has been ripped from a different reflection, which that's why it's so alien, because it effectively is alien. It is just a piece of a different... I mean, you can count reflections as planets as far as I'm concerned, so... basically, you know, a piece ripped from a planet that spawned on ours, so no wonder it looks very alien and kind of, you know, bizarre in a way. We'll often talk about how... oh, I didn't read that one. We'll even often talk about how one day we might fly our wheels. Oh, I read that. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. That helped me clear my head a touch. You know, Kami, you might be the first person I've ridden who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Hi Nick, wearing the Dragon Age armor in Mass Effect vibes. Yeah, or rather the other way around, because we're more like Dragon Age and they are wearing Mass Effect armor in here. But yeah, that's a good comparison. Some people say it's jarring, and I do understand it. I also find it jarring, but that was the intent, so, you know, I'm fine with that, to that degree. Would I still prefer to explore Zack Tural, so the other part of Tural in full, and not have it yeeted out of Oblivion and have like the friggin' Viera home, one of the Viera hubs, basically yeeted out of existence? Yes, I would prefer that. I will say that. I will always say that stuff that is the maps that got obliterated by Alexandria popping in. I am kind of sad because that means the other part that basically is Zack Tural is in a way ultimately a fractured and not a very nice map overall. And we have like one region, honestly, because yeah, one region in full that is just basically yeeted. Out of two regions that we're supposed to explore in Zack Tural, we got only the Shalwani, which was great and I loved it so much. And then you have the map that is Heritage Found, which had the Yasulani Station and other places that were effectively just wiped from existence because Alexandria spawned up, you know, up here. So you have the whole tree, and we have the explorable Solution 9 as the residential area. So yeah. Would I prefer this map stayed still the same? Yes, and I even know which map I would absolutely sacrifice to have another map in Zaktural and one completely be gone, so which is living memory, of course. Like, there was no need for that to happen, in my opinion. But yeah, I usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and unblock the only path. Not that you slow you down at all. Never seen you fight up close before, so Vela's feet don't clearly do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? Oh yeah, ta-ta, darling! Ta-ta, Blesh! I hope you have a fantastic afternoon and evening. Hope the movies are good. Share your reviews on the Discord later, because last time you did that, they were very great review, like one-sentence reviews that I really enjoyed.
これまでも仲間を亡くした時にはよくここで思い出話をしてたんですよ。ジオードとカフキワさんと3人で。一杯どうです？
To Geode's memory.
あら？お二人ともどうしてここに？
ああ、やっぱり来た。よかったら一緒におしゃべりでもしませんか？
はあ。では少しだけ。そういえばうちの組織って数十年前に創設者たちが謎の失踪を遂げた後、カフキワさんが立て直したって聞いてますけど、シェールさんとジオードも再建メンバーだったんですよね。そのあたりの話聞かせてくださいよ。興味ありますよね。昔の二人がどんな感じだったかとか。
懐かしい。僕とジオードの出会い自体が再建を始める直前だったんですよ。当時の僕はレギュレーターをつけていて、誰か大切な人を亡くしたばかりでした。ずっと続けてきたアダプターの仕事も辞めて、バーの接客なんかで適当に日銭を稼いでたんです。そんなある日、客としてやってきたジオードの口論になって、初対面なのになぜか殴り合いの喧嘩に。
なんでそんなことに？
理由は酔っててさっぱり覚えてないんですよ。まあ僕もジオードも似た者同士で誰かに当たりたかったんでしょうね。それで二人してバカみたいにぶっ倒れてたところ、通りがかった妙な機会に思いっきり説教されました。体を大事にしろだの、通行人の邪魔だのって。
今のシェールさんからは想像できないわ。その妙な機会ってもしかしてカフキワさん？
はい。彼女、一通り僕らの世話を焼いた後でこう言ったんですよ。自分はゾラージャの侵攻から外の世界を守りたいんだって。大事な息子が旅する世界が美しいままであってほしい。 自暴自棄になるくらいなら手を貸してくれないかって。本当衝撃でした。それまで障壁の外のことなんて気にも留めてなかったし、おまけに自分はもう死んでるだなんてめちゃくちゃですよ。けど僕とジオードは見たくなってしまったんです。彼女の意志がつなぐ未来を。
ジオードがよく言ってました。俺はカフキアさんと出会って初めて誰かのことを覚えていたいと思うようになったって。
言ってましたね、かっこつけて。
あ、でもその時点ではまだオブリビオンと名乗ってたわけじゃないんですよね。え、そうだったの？私てっきり。
カフキワさんは最初からかつてのオブリビオンを、クルルさんのご両親の意志を引き継ごうとしていたわけではないんですよ。それどころか存在すら知らなかった。ただその頃からすでに反体制派の存在を予測してはいました。死者の記憶を蘇らせるなんて自然の摂理から外れた行いには必ず異を唱える人がいたはずだって。そうした人たちと協力できればと考えて、基幹システムへの不正アクセスの痕跡を探し始めて見つけたんですよ。ネオンスタインの奥にある不自然な区画をね。オーナーのメランコリーさんが言うには、店を譲り受けた時から開かずの間だったとか。
それがバックルーム。
そう、隠し扉から強引に入ってみたものの、アジトはもぬけの殻でしたけどね。
I didn't catch it, but I think Shale worked at a host club, I think, which is crazy.
それを見て
Probably a very specific kind of host club.
私の両親とカフキワさんの思いがそこでつながったのね。そしてそこに加わったのがシェールさんとジオードだった。
もっとも僕らだけでは力不足だった。あなた方が戦ってくれたからここまで来られたんです。大切な人たちを失うことは苦しいけど、こうして誰かと楽しかった日々を思い出すことは嫌いじゃありません。思い出すたびにみんなは記憶の中で笑っていて、孤独を忘れさせてくれる。僕が誰かと生きた記憶は僕だけのもの。生きて前に進むために必要な道しるべなんです。さて、そろそろ任務に戻りましょう。皆さん、ありがとうございました。
いえ、むしろお礼を言いたいのは私の方です。辛いことには変わりありませんが、少しだけ落ち着きましたから。オブリビオンに名を連ねた皆さんのためにも、カリクスの野望を阻止しましょうね。
That was very nice. Sifu said, I watched Superman over the weekend, 9 out of 10 for me. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. A lot of people did. Certainly a little bit of a different approach from what I've had, but people loved it. It had this, like, from what I've gathered, it had this, like, very clear comic book vibe, which is sometimes very silly and just, you know, fun, I guess. And with the Avengers, yeah, you had this like quippy writing and stuff, but all of the stuff would be sometimes grim and very dark and stuff, and this one apparently is not that fully, so I think it's a nice change, honestly. So yeah. I wanted to do so. Oh yeah, I wanted to check one thing that Shale was saying, actually, because that was of interest to me. Oh, but it's no, okay, I have it, okay. I'm scrolling up just to see. Okay. I still were a regulator then, and had recently lost someone close to me. I would also just quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar. Adapter? I don't know who was the adapter, but at a bar of all places. They paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. That is absolutely a host club. 100%. And I love how Shay looked. I was looking into like LGBTQ friendly places in Tokyo recently and like bars and stuff. I found a lesbian bar in Tokyo that is called Goldfinger. That absolutely is, I think, one of the best names I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't know, a genius named that one. But I also looked up, just out of curiosity, I looked up bars that, you know, for example, have, well, for the lack of better words, just batches, you know, or women dressed in a way that they look a little bit more princely, for example, and stuff like that, you know, that kind of stuff, which is absolutely a thing in Japan, just as like a concept in anime even. But I was wondering, are bars like this even a thing? And yes, they absolutely are. They have a specific name. I'm trying to remember that, but I am not I'm drawing blank. 1 second, maybe I can find it. 1 second. But yeah, basically there is a queer place in Shinjuku Nichome in Tokyo, which I am absolutely, we're going to like some bars next time. Some of them have like, for example, the Goldfinger, which is fucking just, I cannot, has like events called Girl Meet Girl, in which they have those like light stick bracelets, and you choose one. When one is like, I'm looking for friends, and one is I'm looking for a date, you know, and stuff like that, which is great to meet new people. So yeah, I really want to mingle with some people locally in Japan next time. But yeah, I'm trying to look. There is, okay, Bar Prince. Yeah, there is stuff. Yeah. But there was like a very specific name for this. I forgot. But it's a bar prince, but basically only women are allowed, but all of the princes are basically, you know, are for the lack of better word, they are usually feminine presenting, but they are, you know, dressing as, well, you know, princess. So like, it's very cool. I enjoy, you know, I want to go to a host club once, but they are really expensive, but I kind of want to. I don't know if there are any, probably there are some LGBTQ ones as well. I mean, this one, for a lack of better word, would be probably filling the, you know, would probably be okay. But yeah. Thank you for helping me through this, and not only the grief, you've helped me see my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, and you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Okay. I love how Xander was like a little mafao. Xander, how are you feeling, by the way? Are you better? Feeling and all that? How is stuff looking? Simon went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kururu for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from the preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. Must be something in there that can point us the right direction. What are your plans, Kami? Kami, is that you? Apologies for calling so suddenly. Making rounds in the outskirts, I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. May I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. Can wait until you've finished your attaining to Shale, of course. Seems like your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I have others to speak with before I return to Backroom. As long as the memories remain, this wound in my heart will never fully heal. Might be better that way. To feel something, even pain, is to remember that they once lived, and to know that I am still alive. Beautifully said, honestly. But it's still just quite a bit of anxiety, but definitely been down. I'm glad. It will take some time, but it will be, you know, back to manageable levels soon enough, I'm sure. Kami, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge their behavior is unusual or not. Speak to them and see what you think. Though I hope to be proven wrong. I fear something's not right here. Yeah, I hate the fucking music. It's not the music that is usually here. Oh, please tell me about more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've had rumors there were just a few left. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen Sphene? I may not look at it, but I was hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought, but now I know the truth. All I can think about has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Yeah, people are going mental. Anxiety levels rising. People. Greetings. I remember you visited Queen Sphene. Come to check on our well-being, have you? I guess other things are rather stressful out here as well, without knowing or when, if or when our machinery might turn murderous. The specter of death is ever present. People are terrified. The clamor for neon regulators have reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and I have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper. I must cast it out. The darkness. I can smell the darkness. Riku, that's gay. It is eerie, though. I think they really handled the atmosphere very well in those patches. You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know when the end is coming? This is it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those Neo regulators and registered a while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit has been 5,000, wasn't it? It seems that all shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. Pity those who weren't chosen, but I am going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. No! Did your Tamagotchi shit itself so hard you cannot see it through the shit on the screen? So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Tensions are... yeah, the fear is palpable. Yeah, that's exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. With each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Moshi. Kami, can you come to resolution? We have a... oh, that's Alize. We have a problem. Over here, we'll have a chill offload. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Registered losers! They only pooped twice. Good. Maybe they're constipated. Which Tamagotchi freak do you have? Please, I need to know. They are so freaky, some of them are so silly.
呼び出して悪いわね。ちょっとあれを見てほしいのよ。
死は常にあなたの傍らにいます。勤勉に働いていても報われないまま死ぬかもしれない。明日成し遂げられる偉業があっても今夜のうちに死ぬかもしれない。平穏と幸福に満ちているものでさえ次の瞬間には死んでしまうかもしれないのです。肉体は脆弱です。あなたの心臓や脳、あらゆる臓物は毎秒ごとにダイスを振って停止と続行を選んでいる。この瞬間に健在であることも良いことも正しいことも何一つとして加味されはしません。理不尽な選択です。恐ろしい結末です。それがまさしく死というものです。
ゴッサン殿との会合を終えたら流れていたんだ。おそらくはこれも。
火力戦。
あなたの恐れを恥じる必要はありません。それこそが死を克服せんとする原動力となるのです。人類を次の形に進めましょう。人類にプリザベーションをもたらし
So the neo regulators are black, so those people are smiling because they basically got them.
さあ、祈り、願い、渇望してください。私たちは永遠人になるのだと。死という終わりなき闇に進化によって打ち勝つのだと。
そうだとも。変わることはそのための最初の一歩は怖いかもしれない。でもきっとこれは正しい進化だ。俺は乗るぞ。利用登録をする。
ウクラマト様、ちょうどいいところに来てくれました。俺たちをトライオラに移住させてくれませんか。
この国にいたら命がいくらあっても足りません。機械兵や機械がいつ暴走するかもわからないし、永遠人になろうにも黒いレギュレーターが手に入らないんじゃ逃げるしかありませんよね。
ここを出て行って解決するなら誰だってそうしてたさ。だが放送でも言ってただろう。生きている限り死はつきまとってくる。どんな場所に行っても誰と暮らしていても克服の機会はもう二度と訪れない。
お前、自分は黒いレギュレーターを持ってるからって
今トラル幽連隊がこっちに向かっていて、みんなが安全に避難できるように手はずを整えてる。トライオラは全面的に支援する。だから落ち着いてくれ、頼む。
アレクサンドリアを、みんなを助けたい。私に何ができる？ の誰でもない。今の私に。
Okay, so Toasty sent us the freak. You guys want to see the freak? Look at this freak. That is a proper Tamagotchi freak, okay? That is what I imagined when you said Tamagotchi, honestly. There's 100%. A little glorp, a goober, yeah, a little freak. I mean, Tamagotchi lads are just freaks, and I love them for it. They're such a, I will say, such a Japanese design at heart. Just a little bit weird, kinda cute, but not in an obvious way. I don't know. Those new Tamagotchis look pretty good, and overall, I've been seeing people go crazy for Tamagotchi recently. It's kinda cool to see. Like, not gonna lie, I never seen a craze come back like this strong as this one has in recent few. I would probably a year more like, but I mean, they're still big in Japan. Tamagotchi are absolutely big in Japan, always have been, but everyone is getting onto it, and I've seen like videos of people modding those and stuff like that to make them look like personalized and cool. So I remember them in the 90s. I did have a bootleg one that had animals, legit animals, and not Tamagotchi in them. So like virtual pet, you know. I let them get married, so now I have a bet. You can make Tamagotchi marry each other. I am not sure if I wanted to have that information in my life. I think I might have been better without that information. Well, no can do. Well, it has been done. My apologies. No, the sign is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display to switch it off. Past those deadly malfunctions, now a citywide announcement. He has spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 endless. That's more than necessary, even. Hopeful, so they say all our machines is path for now. We can see 10 birds in the crowd are starting to fray. Or at least the wave of talk has not been widespread, but people are reaching their breaking point. We'll have to stop Calixon soon. I had my Pikachu virtual pad way back, but I've still been in elementary school. That's crazy, yeah. Sorry I couldn't beat her in time. Could have told me anything that happened when we were away. Calix has access to the core system, which means if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please, let them shelter into Rayaru. Well, welcome any and all who want to come. Already begun evacuations. We'll be able to pick up the pace once the Lance Guard arrives. In which case we best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. Mood is tense, we must prepare for the possible violence. If you happen to them out what Calix is hiding though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Sure, we will find a clue of some kind soon. Can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. It's not the future she envisioned for her nation. You give so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavor to find my own small way to help. Turaira would gladly, sorry. Desperate to preserve, wait. We're gonna go back, no worries. Turaira would gladly welcome every else exilian with open arms, but what the nation of late Queen was so desperate to preserve? What of the bright haven of peace and laughter? Klamat. Won't stay here and let her legacy be sullied any further. We'll protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. So much I loved in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared the love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. And that, in the end, I think you both found the friend that you needed. I'll be yours as well, Sphene. Then, whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to rescue. And you do the same for me. How we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. Ah, love blooms on the battlefield. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. Should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Gulza. Splendid. We're afraid we'll miss you. Haze and the others said you were here. Good news, Kami. We finally found the chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic for decades. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us to the right direction. Sorry it took us so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we go and check it out together? Oh my god, there is a baby. So Tamagotchi marriage and breeding is considered the good end to continue getting new species versus letting them die. Isn't that real life as well though? Look at the baby. It's just a little drop of water with face on it. Holy moly. Crazy. It's a huge step forward. And up. We need to take a lift to... Oh, that's Gululja. And up. We need to take a lift to go to the complex. We've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities. We have one of our people waiting to operate said lifts. Let's not keep her waiting. Okay, we are at preservation their purpose. We'll see how far we're going, but we're getting close-ish to the dungeon and trial combo. We'll see. Oh my god. Kunuk's so pretty. Oh my god, dude. Dude would be gooning over here. My guy is gooning. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish. Institutes of the preservation scale would have many such facilities in the city, yet I cannot help but wonder if this one is where my parents worked. Shale made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management. Sounds like Gululja played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to finest feast when this is all over. Share the method we used to find the containment complex once we were inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the back room. Oh, that's why you stumbled upon it. Okay. Ready to head up? Next up, the 10th level.
ここがプリザベーションの研究室の一つ。
Oh, sorry.
暗くてよく見えねえな。
Ginny, you want a little of the fruity one? Fruity. You are not fruity, Ginny? What the hell, man? Ginny just said I'm fruity, but I'm not red fruity because I'm drinking a drinky drink beer, which is with black currant, strawberry, cherry, red currant, so it's literally all the red fruit. Red berries more like, honestly. Ginny's like, I'm not fruity, red fruit fruity.
さすがに空気がよどんでいるわね。もう長い間使われていないようだから。
ここを見つけられたのはクルルさんとグルージャのおかげなんですよ。
私の耳飾り。
I love this pastry sour thing. It really has the taste of like a cake in the background. It's really crazy.
プリザベーションの組み上げたものなら、当然それを操るコードにも彼らの痕跡があると考えたの。
実際、九段のコードを丹念に調べてみたら、製造者を示す記述が残っていました。それと同じ記述を制御コードに含んでいる扉がないか、エバーキープ中の扉という扉にアクセスして調べたんですよ。そして調査開始から1860個目にして、ようやくこの放棄された施設に行き着いたというわけです。グルージャが手を貸してくれて助かりました。
シェールってば、僕が休んでる間もずっと調べてたんだよ。
You're a treasure, Shale. お、
僕にできることなんてこのくらいですから。でも今はその言葉が染みますよ。ともかく僕たちだけでできるのはここまで。ここからは皆さんのご協力が必要なんです。
手分けして探してほしいものがあるの。うまくいけばカリュクスの潜伏先を突き止められるはずよ。もちろん協力するよ。でも私たちがここに来たことってカリュクスに感づかれないのかな。
可能性は高いでしょうね。望むところですよ。
Oh! Sorry, I was doing something in the background. Oh, okay, western side of the complex. The director's office is northeast of here. Should cut across the circular chamber. Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it's probably some card of some kind. Can't you, like, you know, work some electric magic? Try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It might take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. It probably was abandoned in some haste. Wouldn't be surprised if we found one. Let's get to searching, shall we? Okay, I was installing something because Steve wants to play, because Whisper Mountain released today, or rather like the early access released today, and I wanted to play some of that because I missed last time when they were doing like a beta, I think, run or something. I don't know who will be playing, but last time I think was Wate, Nick, Steve. I don't know if Cabana was there as well, but I was supposed to be there as well, but I think I was sick actually, so I couldn't be there. So I just installed the Friends Pass, so that's done, and I got a message Steve. Oh, Steve is in the chat. Hi, Steve! Oh my god, just as I was talking about you. I was shit-talking Steve. Everyone quickly confirm I was shit-talking Steve. Steve, when do you want to start? Like, because I got the pass ready to go. I have to finish this quest because it's like an instance, and I would need to take a piss. But since we are ready so early, I might actually not do any of the Xenoblade. I might stream it. I might stream the Whisper Mountain with you guys if no one's objecting that. I don't know. I'll think about it. So it will have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Okay. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring the path forward, but helpful hints will appear in different color. Okay, that's a little bit different, it seems, than usual. Few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find no security cards among them. Appears to be only a desk with drawers already open. You can tell at a glance the desk former owner left some things behind. Discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold level 1. Oh, could it be what we're looking for? Try it in the door and see if it opens. In a second. Okay, can I talk to other people? Oh yeah, all the points are already... Was this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there would be something more I don't know, special about it. Shelves are almost entirely bare, but I will examine the files just to be certain. Is Wuklamat looking into the trash can? Yes. No luck so far, this bin had nothing in it at all. Index page of employee manual. Personal protocols. For security reasons, Containment Complex 1029 has been registered as Materials Distribution Center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly. Each employee must perform the tasks within their designated workrooms, the researcher's commons, the proto lab, the deutero lab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Keep your regulators at all times due to highly confidential nature of the research materials and all the data managed within this complex. Preservation retains the ownership and the rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel. Research objective. Access denied. Leadership personnel. Complex Director Demetrius. Protolab Chief Elsfor. Deuterolab Chief Redacted. Oh, sorry, I clicked this. I'm eating lunch, some spicy beef Manchurian ramen. Ooh, I would eat that so hard. I would eat it, I would slurp, I would be like, mum. Like 10-15 minutes, but please take all the time you need. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. We'll finish this. And I'll probably do a BRB. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna talk to Junie because she has some stories to tell, it seems, about today. And I'll be playing with you guys. I don't know. Honestly, I might... guys, would you like me to stream it? Honestly, nah, I think that would be too much to manage for me today. Like, my throat is gone anyway. I think I will not stream. But you can add me, Steve, at the stream together anyway, because that's nice. Definitely take a piss. This game might scare it out of you. I know it's a little bit of horror game. I'm hoping that since I'm with you guys, I won't be as scared, but I am not very good with horror. But I know you wouldn't probably propose it if you didn't think that I will enjoy it. So I'm basing all of that around the fact that you guys wanted me to play it with you. So... And it looks very cool, honestly. Like, I saw the trailer, I was like, god damn, that looks very nice. Oh, the arcane circuits and use here are decades old. Oh, keep at it, but security card might be the only way we're getting past the lock anytime soon. Yeah, we do have it. Card-shaped object, okay. It's open. You did it, Kami. It's a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a director, Demetrius. Oh my god, I'm reading it like I shouldn't, because I had Latin for 2.5 years of my life. It's not Demetrius. It's Demetrius. Like, I'm 99% sure. Like, I mean, you are not pronouncing those names with English syllables and shit. But you know, I switch and it's hard to manage all of that. But yeah, I think it's actually accent on third syllable from the end. Demetrius. Okay, so the Demetrius. Yeah, that should be what it is. Or so that terminal told me. Told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. I'm not good with horror games, and I'm also not good with apparently weird-ass third-person view that RE4 had that made me so sick that I've never been this... I think the last time I had the locomotive illness, like, you know, the how do you guys call it? Is that... What's... Ginny? Motion... Is that just motion sickness if you're in the car as well? Okay, well, but yeah, I had that when I was very little, and we would go on super long trips with my parents. But later, I kind of learned what triggers it, and that I shouldn't be on my... we didn't have, like, smartphones back then, but I had something called a Palm Top, if you can believe it. That is a little personal computer from back when, you know, a tablet personal computer thingy that somehow I had that, I don't know even how. My dad got me that, but I don't know why I had that even. So I couldn't do that, and I couldn't, like, read anything. And other than that, I would be fine, honestly. But yeah, I would get, like, very sick, but I would never, like, I would get super nauseous, but it would never result in anything. But when I played RE4, I had, like, I think something that would be akin to a migraine. I never had, like, a real ass migraine, but I think that's what it feels like, similar. So yeah, it's crazy. And I got that with Splatoon when I play it on the monitor. On my monitor, I think there is something about my monitor that I'm playing at the streaming games. You know, I'm playing at my PC, I'm at my desk. I never got motion sickness ever from that, but you know, I'm also not playing those kinds of games a lot, like shooty boom boom games. So I guess that's just that. When I played Splatoon on TV, it was fine. When I play it on the Switch's screen, it's fine too. Yeah, motion sickness, yeah. I think it's because the camera doesn't follow Leon in the way most third-person games do. The games doesn't make me sick per se, but it does make me super tired. It must be the door to the director's office. Go on, try the card. Okay, every room can be accessed from this hub. Not a single soul besides us. Going by the room labels on the map, we haven't entered any of the actual labs yet. A locked door. I could say check the same card. No, probably won't. We won't have a clearance. No good. We need another card. Level 3 security clearance. Okay. As much as this delay already chafes me. Oh, it's this little man's chuffed. We'll have to come through the nearby rooms. Yeah, Protolab. We'll find a way to get there, Shayla, I'm sure of it. Okay. Protolab. Sheen is a soul cell. I am reminded of my imprisonment meant by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. Oh yeah, that happened. I remember that. I dug through this data tab and found the journal. I will read it to you. The results of experiment 158 has shown marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At least we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Although I will become endless as per ascendancy protocols, I will preserve its historic number along with few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? 159 was it? 58. Data tablets. Researcher's personal data tablet. Today I began my employment with preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me. When the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work will be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. Instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy and the refined ideal of notions only ever vaguely entertained, mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of the flesh and blood existence. Had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've had all this praise his genius intellect, yet he seems to be guttering candle in comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Milala colleagues, including the Proto-Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the DAWNTRAIL Lab, scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. Yeah, they got suck. Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calyx are close, and we're itching to get my hands down on them. They don't seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148, submitting interference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11,509. Recall the comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. One more. Experiment 163, new proposal produced the result of 8934. Diseased value verified. I have no idea what any of that means, but it will make sense later on. The way the room is set up, the canister inserted into a larger device looks like a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted the experiments to create Endless? But we could possibly spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take... the whatever. Speaking of which, Guluja mentioned the locker over in the corner that couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Mm-hmm. One, 5, 8. Ah, right. 1, 5, 8. Yes, incorrect. So that is not it. $11,509, I guess. $11,509. No. 11,509. There we go. Level 2 security card. That's all of this is a little bit newish, like this riddle stuff, and like you know, going a little bit more in depth with like you know, looking for something, which is pretty cool. Level 2, we need a free, don't we? Yes, but it should open more doors for us to explore. Great work, Kami. The preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives, leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I would imagine they would be more... What's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you recall. It seemed the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. I assumed those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals and the data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex enough to us to say that everyone would become endless. Ryder was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. Entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more on the other tablet there. Yeah. New security cards. Okay. Is there more about this? There's another tablet, or is that... Or is that the one that we read that Gluljam mentions? I think that's that, because we read all of that. Yeah, we did all of that. Oh yeah, oh, he read this one, okay. He recommended reading the other one, but we did that already. Calix hasn't bothered to show his face yet, I see. Maybe he hasn't noticed us, maybe he's just watching and waiting. What else do they have in this place? If I read the map right, it must be a lot smaller than the Yawata facility. All this besides my parents with preservation, there might be where they might be now. It seems not everyone who joined preservation became endless right away. It's been research that required physical bodies. Okay. Yes, it opened. So where should we go in first? The Otero lab or facilities? Start with the lab. Shale doesn't seem any power here. No, not at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is in a separate conduit, which means we should be a contingency for opening this door. Look here, there's a sign above the CAD scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. Facilities room is down on the branch on this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Otero lab, shall we? Oh, I didn't talk to everyone. Ah, well. Oh good, the terminal is lit up. That means we have power in this room. The Otero lab must have required great amounts of energy to operate. What kind of experiments are they conducting there? Some big flashy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for. This room was for managing the power supply and the utilities. I hope they kept security cards in here as well. Doesn't seem like it. Aging power supply no good is returning an error. There's my preliminary procedure. According to the error code references, this power supply has been interrupted in an extended period of time. You need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and circuit control panels. That's the generator, emergency generator over there, isn't it? It's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. How does it power the send the power to the other lab? I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads to the hall directly to the Otero lab. We need to find a way to connect the generator. There's a circuit. Okay. Look for instructions. Ah, it's fine. I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Kami? The rest of us can help Kami by supplying with whatever information might be found in circuitry information? Manual? I didn't catch that last word. Okay, so it goes in here. Okay. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, and that will be probably this. And this, and that. There we go. We did it, Kami. The Otero lab should be open. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves. One of the labels caught my eye. Preservation the early days. Of course, we'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks to be text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation. Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's design for the new defensive solutions, founded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in the virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I only met him once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought death to both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect this spared me the reports on endless research and less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder, perhaps he has ever been the type who value ideals over compassion. I failed to see it at that time. Perhaps he did change, but it's still driven by those deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role to deliver mankind from his fate. Whatever the case may be, I cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If my job is done correctly, if I done my job correctly, the door to the Otero lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything once over, just to be sure. Was there anything to read in this room? No, not really. Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, Calix have pursued his endless project with such favor. Further, rather, everything we read in this place sings Calix's praises. The people who work here must have truly idolized him. Alexandria survived the war in no small part thanks to the defensive measures deployed by the preservation. In that regard, I shall always be grateful. Is the door has power now. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that's short that the wire doesn't burn from the inside out. Okay. Smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits us. Gods above, isn't that? Whoa. Interdimensional key. A key to interdimensional fusion? Looks like to be schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like Kami has? Oh, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Milala relic. Once this treasure came into possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what that might tell us? The crystal itself is the key. That would be the logical conclusion, yes, as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with Electro, but it never grasped the technology underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of the interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, nor when, why did it so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calix can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we can learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have enlist the Ashtala's assistant for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calix's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security card in here that grants us access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to be highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to of organization's upper echelons, which means high security clearance. Spread out and look for any cards that they left behind. Alright. Storage crate. Documents, miscellaneous objects. Oh, those are 3D printers. What the heck? Why is there making so many vessels? Did the others not work properly? Yeah, that's a 3D printer. Oh man, they have the new model of Bamboo Lab in here, guys. Can't believe it. God damn. Those are some industrial 3D printers. I'll search through the drawers. One of us be bound to find something, I'm sure of it. Wish mine was that fast. The Bamboo Lab that I'm using at school is this fast. No joke. This shit is so friggin' fast. Just beat my first solo run of Pete. Oh, congrats! Did you run into any spooders? Maybe someone left a card on the shelf somewhere. Keep holding out the hope I'll find some evidence of my parents here, despite knowing there's none. My school had one with a turntable. That one was fast. Oh, yeah. Sturdy looking shelving unit holds a storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of security cards. Actually I even forgot to say anything about that. On Saturday I had this like little workshop of like 3D printing basics for the like oh my god, how do you call it in English? Like we have an open day at school, like for promotional reasons, that you can come in, see how the school looks, and there's like some workshops happening every single time. So we had something like that, and I was tasked with having like a small lecture. Did print our school's logo, which was pretty fun, and I printed out a big job stone that I will actually send and stuff. But I know already what to print the beads with. I finally found a solution. There's apparently a very specific material called PVB or polysmooth that you can smooth with IPA, basically, with isopropyl alcohol. So I got IPA at home because I clean electrical equipment with it, so, and I fucking love it. I love how fast it evaporates and stuff, so it's very nice for cleaning anything that is electronical that you might not want to damage with like moist water and stuff, you know. And I bought PVB today actually alongside with the filament cleaners, and I will do another attempt. But I'm also thinking, I realized that years ago I wanted to print something, or rather order a print of something big, and I by complete coincidence stumbled upon it. A life-sized Monado. I found a completely free model that has been printed out already twice, so it's been made. It exists based on the project. It's easily potentially like affixable to each other because you basically fit the thingies have already the holes for like small wooden dowels, which is such a simple thing to get. Like wooden dowels you can send them down to, so it's like, you know, easy. And it can be printed with any material because I will be sanding it anyway and spraying it, so it doesn't matter. So I'm basically gonna print myself a fucking Monado, and it opens even. It's crazy, man. It's like, I'm gonna print that. It has like so many parts, but our printer at school is very fast. It's just gonna be a project I'll be doing for a while, but I will try to document it too because it will be fun. And I have like, you know, cosplay friends that will probably help me with like painting it later. Although I don't think I will have a lot of trouble using a fucking can spray paint. And I might cover it with something later, like a you know, shiny coat or something. Oh damn, I think Seth has one. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I always wanted one, and now I'm just gonna print it myself since I have the access to the printer at school. Hell, I have this like gray PLA material that I bought to print the beads, but I will not be smoothing it out. So I basically have like a spool of material that I will not use at all, basically. Because, or maybe for something that I will be sanding, like basically a figurine I can print with that, you know. But yeah, I will be printing a fucking Monado. So yeah, the power I have now is fucking limitless. And back in the day, I had so many ideas for like 3D printed stuff, but I never had the printer, and it's just slowly coming back to me. I hope I can remember all of the stuff I wanted to print. Did you just find the security card? That's a stroke of luck. Yep. Level 3. Okay, there we go. Steve is probably waiting for me, but this quest is very long. I'm very sorry. But I will be done soon enough. Should get us to the director's office. So, what was you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? Saying a certain device was going to help us? Right, I haven't probably explained myself, right? Have I? I've been looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. Traced the data routing, I confirmed traffic from the web of FFXIV's security cameras. Considering the way Calix is always one step ahead of us, you must assume he quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system, has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the keyholder, are planning. Since Calix is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like the river that we can flow back at him. Which is why I needed the data relay. If I can analyze the device, I will see where it's rerouting all of its surveillance traffic. Then you can pinpoint Calix's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think that I might be entirely on the wrong track. Maybe the reason he is stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calix said he was measuring Kami's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. Most recent recording was also crudely deleted. Able to restore the data if you would like to see it. Start the show then. But yeah, I also I wanted to print something very simple. So our school logo is very, very simple. So I did that, but that allowed me to actually test the colored print. Oh.
永遠の生というものが怖くなってしまって。私はまだこれまでの常識を捨てきれずにいるんだわ。生命は死によって自らの死を淘汰し最適化してきた。進化を望んだからこそ死ぬのよ。
A lot of people use my hairstyle in this fucking expansion.
先に本当に人類の未来があるの？もしそこにあるのが果てのない停滞だ。
Dude has one of the new hairstyles that covers your fucking eyes.
その発言はカリクス様を否定することになる。
そうね。彼と同じ視点を持つことができたら、こんな不安も抱かずにいられたかもしれない。
Stein, like from Soul Eater? Nah.
私は彼じゃない。何もかもが違いすぎる。
Maybe different Stein.
非凡な才能を持っていることも、なのに病のせいで成人まで生きられないと言われていたことも、すべての無駄を切り詰めて研究に没頭していることも。
If I remember correctly, Stein did not have a fucking emo haircut, though. I'm sorry.
その生への執着が正しいものだって確信できない。だから私は組織を抜けて、これからは次の世代に後を託すために精一杯生きたいと思う。 あなただって。
I thought so. I mean, she has a regulator, so...
離反する者は始末しろと言われているのでな。
I mean, she has a regular. I mean, they can take it away from her. Well, yeah, he does. No, he does not. Does not. What kind of Soul Eater did you fucking watch? The K-pop version? Check the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find of him pointed to deep infatuation with Master Calyx. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from other researchers. I'm not surprised given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through the portal even as the preservation's agents closed in on them. They're not to ask what became of them after that. If it turns out they were captured by the pursuers, they were forced to be endless, basically. I think. I wonder why they went back. They did not regret their actions. I guess they were trying to work towards maybe against them, I guess. Right, the echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kururu. Worry not, Sven. Thanks to the haven of living memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It's enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservation. What we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movement, made sure no one could cross into the source to threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? Sail behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office! I'm enjoying this quest, but I'm so sad that Steve is probably waiting for me. I am so sorry, my man. Like, oh. Steve is already, I think, starting. Which I'm very sad that I'm late. I'm gonna be late. Because, god damn it. Okay, well. I don't know, this quest probably should have had a, I mean, warning, like we have the cutscene train warnings, but we have other ones as well that there will be like stuff playing in succession that will take some time. It didn't have the warning, that's why I went into it. If I had the warning, I'd probably not go into it. Hearing Kururu talk about her parents reminded me of how much I miss Namika. Guess I will never really go over it. Yeah. If that man in the recording was Director Demetrius, then it must be his office. It's best to find any information on my parents in the next room either. Something I can be proud of. Was Calyx the one who gave orders to execute defectors? The more we learn about him, the less I understand. My earlier investigations put the data relay just past this door. Let's get it open, shall we? But that is the last room. Okay. There we go, let's head inside. Now to find the data relay. Don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Come with me. Might have need of that security card. Okay. I'm very particular about how he decorated his office. Got the incense and vases and some kind of gem display? Yeah, I guess. And there is one that is missing. Okay. My guy also enjoyed some good quality coffee, it seems. Something odd, something odd. Oh, my apologies. I was thinking about the key. There's the report on reducing people to ether on how much energy can be harnessed per individual. Damn, This terminal isn't connected to any outside network, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggests. I'm positive I'm in the right room. That's the other search for the office of any clues to this infuriating puzzle. Amongst the personal effects you find there's presumably the director's data tablet. Close the locker stands next to the table. Pick up the data tablet, begin skimming through the contents. Daily reports. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. Key triggered by an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempt to stabilize the cause energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of the 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Rejected resignation of 2 Milala researchers. Major incident. Details and full reports. Those 2 inept Milala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, were too late to recover the relic. Oh, they were killed! Only reason we retain our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct the experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, the existence serves no further purpose. Dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. Complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whenever it will be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operation in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. I couldn't examine the locker. Having lain dormant for years now, an active coffee maker has already entered self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, although it remains to be seen whether it will be able to do so once more. Crumpled notes. Secure room lift access requires passwords to be input simultaneously at the terminals of the Pro Lab, Deutero Lab, and Director's office. Okay. Soul cell storage case. Appears to be empty. Shale says the room is too small. I'm guessing the friggin' locker. Kururu says this wall flickers for a second. Big heavy books. I will fill them with snacks. Maybe there are books hiding something. I will check. Oh my god, Glozo, you are a kid. You are a kid. I love you. Have you found something? Misplaced note. Instructions for accessing the secure room no less. Seems we need to enter password 3 different terminals at the same time. It's a precautionary measure, no doubt, and if passwords are involved, I expect an access to lift itself be concealed too. Concealed by electrope, you mean? It'd be that wall. I thought it seemed odd when I walked past it. Remember what Kakua said? Used to say, Shale, never trust an electrope surface. You can pass right through electrope. Truly, I had never had the property in my time. I mean, it's having a little fun, I think. What we mean is electrope can project a false appearance. Shouldn't be hard to do this, Yep. Lock is another story. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. Take the Proto Lab or the Deutero Lab. Actually, I think it might be better if you stayed here, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexander and his people could be needed here. Ah, yes, you're right. If the password's hiding behind the clues, that might be something I can help with. I can help too. Lived my whole life in Alexandria, after all. I'll take the Terror Lab duty then. Keep in touch via communicator. Okay, office password. Alright. You know, there was a display plate over there with the gems. I thought since it was made of electro, there might be some other purpose. Didn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut it here because it's like very long and my throat is getting obliterated too. So, you know, that's also that. And I also want to play a game with friends that I promised to play with them. So we're just gonna resume next time, which once we're at calculated evolution, which means we're one quest before, we're like halfway through, like literally halfway through. So that's like, I think perfect, honestly. Junie said the game is a little bit more stable. It actually is a little bit more stable. It is choppy a little bit in the main city, but it's less choppy than it usually is. And whenever I get the second PC that I'll be able to stream from, that will not be a thing at all because it's not dropping any time below 60 FPS when I am not streaming. So yeah, but this game is also fucking poorly optimized, we all know that. And it drops in the cities like crazy. The cities are not a very good measure of performance because this game is bloatware at times. But yeah, that's gonna do it from me. We're gonna quickly raid Steve because I will be joining him, but I won't be streaming that. I will be there with them on the in the game. Steve's quest, there we go. And I'm gonna join them for some Whisper Mountain. Never played it. I will try it for the first time. And actually, you do not have to buy the game. You have to have a friend that has the game to be able to play it. But yeah, I've been curious, and they actually Steve wanted me to play it with them, with him, Wate, Nick. I might have been Cabana as well. To you know to play before, and I didn't, so now I can, so I will do that. So we'll raid Steve. Thank you so much everyone for coming to the stream, but I am not really saying goodbye because you guys will see me on VC there and later on Sen stream because I am so ready for some Xenosaga, and I will be shouting Sen out because it's gonna be great. I want some Xenosaga in my life right now. Oh,
Hey.
hey. No.
Who gave me hey?
Who gave me hey? I will give Senori a hey when I see them later. And then we're gonna do a hey. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have a different raid message. Since that was very poignant. We're gonna have 1 second. Hey. There we go. That will be our raid message. There you go. Please copy that. And if anyone is new around here, you can subscribe to help me a lot. Steve's quest. There we go. I'm gonna do it again, and it helps a heck of a lot. So you know, I appreciate it. If anyone is new around here, you can follow me to know when I'm streaming and all that good stuff. I will be here tomorrow to do some cleanup in Yakuza. Hopefully, we can maybe be done with that. If not, I will finish the rest of stream, but we'll do a little bit at least. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Copy the raid message, and I'm gonna catch you over at Steve playing Whisper Mountain Outbreak with Steve, Nick, and maybe more people. We'll see. But yeah, love you all, and I will see you